So they don't want you to know that they're going to close more stores, that more employees are going to lose their jobs, more people are going to be on unemployment, more people are not going to be able to feed their families, more people are not going to be able to pay their bills. That is what's happening right now. And there's nothing we can do about it.
Never up, never down, never.
Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome back to Tommy Bites Homestead. Thank y'all for joining me today. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you are watching wherever you are, don't forget to hit that like button, as this is the best free way to help a channel grow and get out into the analytics so other people will know exactly what is going on. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, and let's get into the video. For those of you who are new, let me give you a refresher. So since 2020, Walmart has been closing over 154 stores. Then the following year, they closed even more stores. Over 100 stores have closed last year, and they're still closing stores. So far this year, they have closed 3 stores, and it's expected that it's going to continue. Walmart's portfolio is shrinking. So last year it shrunk by at least 101 that we know of. So this is the what they don't want you to know that's coming up in this story. We know about the 101 stores. I've covered them. But what I didn't cover is what I didn't know. And that is the fact that they were closing. Well, we'll get to that. Y'all hold off for a second. Walmart quietly reduced its store in 2023, his store count in 2023, even though the company was doing really well, so they say. In addition to closing underperforming stores, they closed stores related to high crime, etc. Analysts say that the moves are smart preparation for Walmart's big expansion that they're doing. And they are expanding, I will say that. But they're expanding at the cost of others losing their jobs in order for them to save money, to be able to reinvest that money into other areas. Walmart will be increasing their store count by at least 150 new or upsized stores and remodeled stores. And they've already started. I've shown you guys, one of the stores where they are making the aisles wider. Well, actually, all of their stores have made the aisles wider, but this is not because they're trying to better it. They widen those aisles so it would look like the store is actually full. If you will remember, they had smaller aisles with more goods. But when 2020, the pandemic hit and the supply chain was in shambles, they started removing aisles and remodeling those stores because they knew, they didn't have the inventory to place on those shelves. No closures were reported in the third quarter, and any changes since November will be reflected when the company files their annual report. You didn't know. They want you to think they only closed 100 locations, but they actually closed more than that. Over last year, Business Insider tracked the major Walmart closures across the U.S. through the federally required layoff notices filed with the state workforce agencies. Of the 22 super centers and neighborhood markets that fell off the company's tally during the year for, whatever reason, not meeting, expectations, performing or whatever, foot traffic, whatever they want to say it was, why they got rid of those stores. Well, we knew about those because those were required because of the number of people that were working there. If it's over a certain number, they have to report those things. This is how they underhandedly got rid of even more stores. Now, this is not breaking the law or anything. They just don't have to report it. So why would I tell you I did more than I did if I don't have to tell you, right? So as it happens, the reduction of 79 small format locations was not due to closures per whatever they said the reasons were. But the sale of the Moose Jaw and Bonobos brand, which at the time had 14 to 65 stores, Dick's Sporting Goods, which bought Moose Jaw, went on to close most of those stores. In addition, Walmart's remaining small format stores are a comparable size of 2,500 square feet and may not typically employ enough workers to even trigger that layoff notice requirement of them reporting it. So that's how they were able to shut down the remainder of those stores that we didn't know they shut down. So they actually got rid of 179 stores. But the bigger stores, the super centers and stuff like that, that had more employees, those had to be reported. So we knew about those. Those came across, the news articles and stuff like that I was giving y'all. But the ones that I couldn't give y'all was those 79 smaller format stores, because they weren't required to report that. So they really closed more than they said they were going to close. And yes, they say they're going to, do more, like 150 upgrades and new stores and stuff like that. But they're taking the funds from those underperforming stores that they say were underperforming, even though people are like, well, the store is always crowded. People are always in here shopping. But anyway, they're taking that money and they're moving it into other areas. So based off of what the CEO, Doug McMillon, is saying, y'all know he, a while back said we were going to close stores if they're underperforming. So he's kind of going into a little more information as to why they are doing what they are doing. So Doug McMillon has shown the willingness to experiment with different retail ideas, to let them go if they don't perform well, and to reinvest the savings in other areas of the business. Now, that's just business. People going to do that. But don't be kind of sneaky at how you do it and not really letting your employees know way ahead of time. Some of them didn't know till maybe 2 weeks ahead of time that their store was going to close. People need more heads up so they can try to find a job, because it's not easy to find a job. People always say they're hiring until you applying. So, you may not meet the criteria of what they need or what they want and actually how they look, even though that part is against the law. We're not calling it we're just closing stores, yada, yada, yada. They're calling it a repositioning more than anything. And good retailers are going to do the same with their store portfolio. So y'all expect more closures from Walmart, because they're going to be repositioning. And other grocery stores are going to be repositioning. That's the new key word here, repositioning, which means to change the direction. So if you're working at Walmart, you need to be looking at yourself and say, how can I reposition myself to something different? Because at any cost, they will get rid of me to, fit their bottom line. I know they're going to close more stores. Now, they may not close more super centers, but I wouldn't put that past them. They're definitely going to close more smaller format stores like the Walmart marketplaces and things like that, because they're saying that small stores simply weren't working for Walmart and aren't working for Walmart. They work better when they have a bigger space, because they know what to put in that store, as to they struggle to know what to actually put into a smaller format store. So more of those stores are going to go away. They say they're going to get more self-checkout. So prepare yourself for, working at Walmart for free. And they're going to change the look of the store, i.e. wider aisles and mannequins, different carts and stuff like that within their store. They're also saying that larger retailers, Walmart being the largest of them all, typically are more concerned with the total square footage of their physical footprint than they are with the number of locations that they have. So that tells me they're going to shut down more locations, consolidate, whatever it is they're going to do for their portfolio. In other words, they're saying big box brands care more about floors than doors. So it doesn't matter how many doors they shut, how many stores they close. They're just worried about the square footage and what they can put in it to hopefully get more people into that store than a smaller store, and worry about what am I going to stock it with. For however many small stores that they close, they'll open one new one, is what they're saying. But here's the thing. Not all employees go back to work for Walmart. You know you have to reapply to the Walmart. Now, some Walmarts will allow you to transfer over, but that's only if they have an opening. So if they don't have that opening, now you're out here looking for another job. And I have seen many Walmart marketplaces close throughout the years, especially since 2020, and kind of leave neighborhoods without any left neighborhoods without grocery stores. Because when a small marketplace, the smaller format, the 2,500 square feet as opposed to the 250 or 150 or however many square footage they want, moves in, it kind of shuts down the smaller grocery stores that's around. And I don't just mean mom and pops. Like, I've seen a Walmart marketplace move in and maybe a Food Lion closes like a few years later or something like that. Has left food deserts. So they're going to continue to do that. And we're going to have to just deal with it, especially if we shop at Walmart, or if that is the only frugal place to shop. You're going to drive a few extra miles if you can, or catch a ride, or catch the bus, etc. We're going to be doing more to get our food, but we're going to be paying more also to get our food. So while they're doing the expansions, while they're opening up stores, remodeling, whatever, closing stores, we're paying more at the pump. We're paying more for food. And the only thing you're really going to find on sale is probably electronics, because the CEO has already said we're going to be expecting food prices not to go down. So we're going to have to budget more. We're going to have to pinch pennies more in order to get what we need for our household. But I'm going to end this by saying we need to pray, plan, and prep. We can get through anything as long as we have Christ, as long as we put him first, and as long as we follow the word and be obedient to it. There are going to be trying times coming. There are trying times here right now. There are people who are struggling to eat. Food banks are struggling to provide food for people who are searching for food for their family to eat. So everybody's going through something, and we just got to pray for each other, pray over our households, and just stay strong in the faith. Ephesians 2:8. For it is by grace you have been saved. There is nothing you can want for that God is not going to provide. I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all take care. Stay safe. I love you, but God loves you more. He loves you more. So go out and spread God's love. Why? Because that is what he would want you to do. He wants you to pray. He wants you to plan, and he wants you to prep. See y'all in the next video.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Like with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for.